Tonight, flights are moving in and out of MSP again after FAA leaders say a telecommunications issue caused major disruptions. The flight radar from this afternoon telling this story, you can see it thinning out over the upper Midwest until there are barely any planes in the airspace. Ian Russell joins us with a closer look at the impacts. Ian.
Yeah, well, Kevin, it's really easy to see how empty that airspace was really over the upper Midwest here, the Minnesota and the Dakotas, looking pretty empty this afternoon. Basically everything getting rerouted around our airspace for quite some time. That led to a number of delays for flights as well. When we were at MSP earlier, we mainly saw those heading towards Chicago and the rest of the Great Lakes, but international flights saw it too. As travelers tell me, they're just happy to get home tonight. On a long flight home,
I'm flying in from Dublin.
the last thing you want to be is delayed, but for Sierra Mata, that frustration became reality.
We're all like watching our movies, right? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, it went from like an hour and a half to 3 hours.
The FAA ordering a full ground stop earlier this afternoon. Flights like Sierra's delayed as investigations into what caused the ground stop continued.
We were rerouted to Pittsburgh for a while.
The FAA saying in a statement that they paused flights due to a telecommunication issue.
And what we have is antiquated equipment that is failing. And in this case, it failed and caused a ground stop.
Retired commercial airline pilot Paul Jackson says outdated tech within the FAA is being renovated, a needed step.
I think what happened here is what you have is, hey, I want to go to Chicago, and the air traffic controller can't give you that clearance to get you to Chicago. And they said, okay, we're just going to stop everything until we fix this part.
Delays have popped up throughout Thursday evening at MSP as the ground stop continued.
That inbound flight from Dublin, for example, it had connections on it. If it arrived an hour late, those people looking to get to Fargo missed their flight.
Aviation consultant Michael Boyd says those delays may be more contained, though, as airlines have invested in systems to help resolve them. But he says all of this could happen again.
I think you could go to Vegas and make book on it if there was a flight available. Remember, made by the hand of man, and it is subject to the rules of physics, and sometimes they will break.
An hours-long stop with implications that could last longer, but when travelers like Sierra say they're just happy to be done with.
When you're in the air, y'all just sort of are like, well, I guess I'll watch another movie.
So the FAA is currently going through a more than $12 billion modernization project replacing, among other things, telecommunications, the same thing they had issues with this afternoon. Now, the FAA website says that's a little over halfway done, and those upgrades are supposed to be installed by the end of 2028, Kevin.
A lot of folks just happy to get to where they were going to. Ian, thank you so much.